Today, I took something. It's called probiotics, which people sometimes refer to as edible skincare. Atomy Probiotics Plus. The word probiotics means for life. So, it's a type of living bacteria inside our body. Actually, it's known as a good or beneficial bacteria, the kind that gives us health benefits. Basically, it's the same thing we usually call lactic acid bacteria. Now let's talk about our small and large intestines. Our intestines are full of nerve cells. They say it is a place where lots of nerves are gathered. That's why our intestines are responsible for about 70% of our immune systems. They really take care of more than 70% of our body's immunity. Also, our so-called happy hormone, that's serotonin. And it turns out that 90 to 95% of our serotonin is made in our small and large intestines. Only the rest is made in our brain. So, if we get lots of sunlight during the day and keep our intestines healthy, they produce serotonin. Then, what does serotonin do? At night, when we sleep, our body produces melatonin. That's the sleep hormone. And the raw material for making melatonin is actually serotonin. So, if your intestines are healthy and making enough serotonin, you can sleep well at night. If not, you can feel depressed, tired, and even struggle to sleep. That's why it's really good to take care of your gut health. And one way to do that is by taking something like probiotics. When you take probiotics, they help suppress the bad bacteria and grow more of the good ones. That's why your bowel movements become smoother and more regular. Now, one really important thing about probiotics is how many and what kinds of bacteria they contain. Atomy's probiotics originally had 10 strains. Then they added 2 more. So now there are 12 strains in total. Each strain works in slightly different ways, and they also work in different areas of the gut. When these different bacteria come together, they create a synergy that leads to great effect. Some of you said you'd like to learn more in detail this time, so I will keep it short but explain a bit. Now here's you will see the word lactobacillus. That refers to bacteria that mostly work in our small intestines. And the ones that start with a bifido, those mostly work in the large intestine. So it's good to remember the lactobacillus, small intestine, and bifidobacterium, large intestine. Let's go one by one. Lactobacillus rhamnosus. Usually, when we take probiotics, they get destroyed by strong stomach acid in the duodenum. So very few make it all the way to the intestines. But this one is known to survive stomach acid and bile very well, and it attaches well to the intestinal wall. Lactobacillus casei. This one is also very resistant to acid and heat, so it reaches the intestines well. Especially when we were little and drank breast milk or milk, we didn't get diarrhea, right? But if we stop drinking milk for a long time and then suddenly drink it again, we sometimes get diarrhea. That's because our body doesn't have the enzyme to break down the milk. But if we eat yogurt, we are fine. That's because yogurt has Lactobacillus casei, which helps digest milk. Lactobacillus plantarum, from the word plant, and just like the name, is a strain extracted from the plant-based fermented foods like kimchi. This plantarum produces natural antimicrobials that suppress harmful bacteria, keeping your gut microbiome in balance. It has anti-inflammatory effects. Which can help with conditions like irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. Lactobacillus helveticus. This one suppresses harmful bacteria, especially helps reduce inflammation in the colon. Research shows it may help reduce stress, anxiety, and improve mood by influencing the gut-brain axis, the connection between your gut and brain. Lactobacillus paracasei, also very good at suppressing bad bacteria, helps lower the body overreactions to allergens. Useful for people with seasonal allergies or skin sensitivities like eczema. May help reduce mental and physical fatigue, especially during stress or illness. Another one, Lactobacillus fermentum, very acid resistant, survives stomach acid well, and helps increase the number of good bacteria in the intestines, helps neutralize harmful free radicals in the body, support anti-aging, and reduces oxidative stress. Some studies suggest it can help lower LDL, bad cholesterol, contributing to heart health. Streptococcus thermophilus. This one creates an environment where other beneficial bacteria can grow better. Most probiotics survive best at around 30 to 37 Celsius, but this one can even survive in temperatures about 40 Celsius. Enhances the bioavailability of nutrients like calcium and magnesium. Produces lact enzyme, which helps break down lactose, great for people with a lactose intolerance. Bifidobacterium lactis helps improve bowel movement and also has enzymes that break down lactose, the sugar in milk. Bifidobacterium longum, found in the gut of healthy babies, is very acid resistant, linked to the gut-brain axis. It helps lower stress, anxiety, and even support better mood and cognitive function. Bifidobacterium bifidum, commonly found along the intestinal walls of breastfed babies, especially helps after antibiotic use, restores balance, and prevents digestive upset. Bifidobacterium breve, known to be effective at suppressing harmful bacteria, linked to reducing allergies, asthma symptoms, and atopic dermatitis, especially in children. One of the first probiotics in babies, helps build strong digestion and impurity from early on. Lactobacillus acidophilus DDS1. This one is from a company called USA, labs in the US. They are a world-class probiotic research company that's done over 40 years of research, including human clinical studies. They developed this DDS1 strain. It produces a lot of something called acidophilin and survives really well in tough environments like heat and humidity. It's known for strong survival and excellent ability to suppress harmful bacteria, and this patented strain is included in Atomy Probiotics. Also, there's a Canadian company called Rosell, and they have this special technology called ProBio-Cap, which is a microcapsule method. They put the probiotics inside the capsule, which protects them. This technology is used for Bifidobacterium longum and Lactobacillus helveticus in Atomy's product. Normally, people think probiotics need to be kept in the fridge, but Atomy Probiotics doesn't need refrigeration because these probiotics are coated to survive at room temperature and packed in capsules. You don't need to worry at all. They stay alive and effective. Last year, someone asked me, does Atomy have a probiotics for women's vaginal health? Actually, it does. Except for the Lactobacillus casei and Lactobacillus paracasei, most of the strains in Atomy Probiotics, like Lactobacillus rhamnosus, Lactobacillus plantarum, Lactobacillus helveticus, Lactobacillus acidophilus, Lactobacillus fermentum, and Bifidobacterium bifidum, are known to support women's health, especially vaginal health. Probiotics don't just work in the small and large intestines. They also live in the stomach, small intestine, colon, vagina, urethra, and reproductive organs. So they benefit your whole body. If you look at the package, it says each stick contains 3 billion live probiotics. But actually, Atomy puts 20 billion into each one. Why? Because probiotics naturally die over time. Since the product has a shelf life of 1 year, Atomy adds enough to ensure that even after a year, there are at least 30 billion live ones left. Some people ask, is it really possible to put 20 billion in this tiny packet? Well, can you see bacteria with your eyes? They are microscopic. Yes, 20 billion really fit in there. And since we usually don't wait a year to take them, we actually get to consume a much higher number of live probiotics daily. Another common question, Atomy is called probiotics, but does it also have a prebiotics? The answer is absolutely yes. Prebiotics are included in the sub-ingredient. They are the food that helps probiotics grow and thrive. Atomy includes ingredients like apple, banana, and strawberry powder, along with more than 20 different sub-ingredients. The label highlights 9 of them, including Lactobacillus acidophilus, dead cell powder. Dead bacteria aren't useless. They actually feed the good bacteria. Kimchi-derived lactic acid bacteria extract, plant-based protease, a protein digesting enzyme, orange powder, and lemon concentrate powder. Indigestible maltodextrin. This is a type of dietary fiber that goes through the digestive system undigested and helps with the regular bowel movement. Fructo oligosaccharides from sugar and galacto oligosaccharides from milk sugar. These are powerful prebiotics. Although they are made from sugar, they won't raise blood sugar levels and are completely safe for people with diabetes or those concerned about weight gain. In fact, these help increase both the volume and number of bifidobacteria in the gut. Also, there's xylitol, a natural sweetener extracted from plants. Now, sometimes people say, I feel bloated, have a gas, or even constipation after taking probiotics. Your gut already has bacteria, and when new probiotics enter, it can cause a kind of war inside your gut. That numbing feeling is the bacteria adjusting. Also, the probiotics absorb water, which can cause temporary constipation. But this isn't bad side effect. It's a part of the adjustment process. If this happens, just reduce the amount you take at first and gradually increase it over time to let your body get used to it. Another common question is, when should I take probiotics? Just like there's no one answer in life, there's no single right time to take probiotics. Some doctors say take it before meals. Others say after meals. It varies. But there's a tip. Probiotics can die from stomach acid. So it's better to take them when stomach acid is low. That's before meal. Still, if you forget and take them after a meal, that's totally fine too. The most important thing is to take them daily at around the same time. Consistency is key. As of 2020, Atomy Probiotics has a global sales of over 28.39 million US dollars, making it the third best-selling product among Atomy's 600 products. Number 1, Hemoim. Number 2, Skincare Absolute Selective. Number 3 is probiotics. Let's take a quick look at the history of probiotics. In 1858, Louis Pasteur discovered that microorganisms plays a key role in fermentation. This became the foundation of a modern microbiology. Then in 1873, scientists like Joseph Lister began researching them more deeply. And about 100 years ago, Dr. Mechnikov believed that probiotics is a fermented milk could extend life. Inspired by this theory, Dr. Giorov in Bulgaria identified beneficial bacteria in yogurt. Since then, many scientists have studied and proven the power of probiotics. Today, Atomy Probiotics continue this legacy, supporting your gut health with the science and tradition. So, take it daily, stay healthy, and live long. Thank you so much.